Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. So, the soon-to-be 96L has an even greater chance, 60% chance in 5 days. Now, we might get a tropical depression, even tropical storm, maybe even hurricane out of this. Now, 95L is barely nothing in here. You don't need to look at it. It ain't forming. No, just don't look at it. You don't need to. So, some stuff about these Pacifics. You can see that. No spoils. We need to go there in just a second. First, let's pay attention to soon-to-be 96L. So, we could get tropical depression, tropical storm, or hurricane out of this. And let me put y'all on some alerts real quick. I'll do that on another map. This one's too big. So let's go to the East Pacific and check on Erick and Flossie, which have weakened. Flossie almost made it to a Category 2, but has weakened back to a Category 1. Oh wait, so still a Category 1. And should become a tropical storm, weakened to a tropical storm, but it could strengthen back into a hurricane. Now if we look at this disturbance real quick, it has the same amount of chance in 5 days as the soon-to-be 96L. Now, we might get Gil out of this. We might not, but we might. Now, let's look at Flossie real quick. Let's look at this forecast cone. Let's go down. Never mind, let me just click 2 days so we can actually see the system. Though don't pay attention to the clouds because we have stuff up here for a reason. I'll show you all that in just a second. So, let's go look at Flossie. As you can see, it looks bad. So, let's look at its forecast cone. Now, if we look at it, you can see it's going to strengthen back to tropical storm. But it could strengthen into a hurricane again in this. It could strengthen, maybe even peak in this area, but most likely not. But it could peak. As you can see, it has traveled so far to the west that we can now see Hawaii over here. So, while we're here, let me give y'all a chance of being hit by this storm. Yellow is low. So, wherever there's yellow, that means it's low chance of being hit. Now, orange is medium. Yes, I'm just basically taking the ideas of like stuff from the forecast cone. From the National Hurricane Center was invest. Here, let me redo this. Yeah, there's medium. So yeah, you don't have a high chance. It's just a medium chance of being affected. So let's go look at Erick, which is still a major hurricane, but just barely. I believe it is now a Category 3. Now, just be surprised by how close this is to Hawaii. So, as you can already see, it has a long way to go before making it to the Western Pacific, but it could make it there if it makes it there. Okay, let's look at it. It looks pretty bad too, but it's still somewhat of a noticeable hurricane. Now, as we can see over here, I believe it's still a major hurricane. Yeah, it's still a major hurricane. Major hurricane is one is, I think, I believe, more than 110 miles an hour. If I'm wrong, correct me. So, let me turn on the line real quick for you to get a better detail about everything. So, it's about to weaken to a hurricane. Now, again, let me do the chances. There, that's it. That's it. It's just low. Maybe I had a little bit of low right there. So, if you're in Hawaii, look out for Flossie, but don't pay any attention to this storm over here. What you do need to pay attention, though, is some rainfall. The only things you might notice from this storm is change in wind direction, rainfall, surf, stuff like that. So if we come over here, look at wind shear. So first let's look at the Atlantic. I don't really know where the storm is located. I believe the storm is right here. So we got that. Now if we look over here, where the storm is, it's basically dealing with neutral, favorable, and unfavorable conditions. And over here, here's its path it should take. Now there is some high pressure over here in this area that will curve the storm out to sea, but these things move a lot. So the high pressure's right here. Next week, it may be right over here. That's just an example of how these things move. So right now the models have it going to curve out to sea right here. Not to scare you or anything, it won't be as strong, but it may even take the path similar to Irma. So we just gotta wait and see. Now let's go look at the East Pacific. Just look at all that red dominating the basin. So that is just a lot. Now you can basically see why Erick has weakened. It just went through an Iowa replacement cycle. That causes it to weaken some. And also, look at all this red wind shear that's going to travel into 60 knots in its path. Now if we come look at Flossie, I don't know why this is weakened at all. Maybe drier or something. Maybe it even went through an Iowa replacement cycle. I don't know. But this favorable wind shear, maybe it's because of this right here, where I don't know, but all this might drop, because again, so they have a hurricane in this area. So now let's look at temperatures. Okay, we zoomed in now. So let me add some percentages of being affected by this system. So basically, low percent in all of Cuba, medium percent chance, and I believe it's pronounced Hispaniola. Right over here, this is a medium chance. You barely see it because of the background, but medium chance right there. Now a high chance of being affected in Puerto Rico and these islands right here. So yeah. Now let's look at the sea temperatures real quick. Look at how warm this is. Let me get a different color though. About we get pink. So as you can see in the model trajectory over here, it is warm. Now, just to be clear, basically, let me outline it real quick. All this right here is basically enough to support a tropical cyclone, basically. Like, basically all of this right here is enough to support a tropical cyclone. Not all of it, but that's about enough to support a tropical cyclone. Now let's look at forecast models. We don't have much time to do this, so we'll only look at the GFS model, and then we'll take a look at satellite imagery. So let's put it on the vorticity. We don't have my normal vorticity selection, so we'll just go with this. Now we don't have much time, so we'll just take a quick look at this. See the system over there. Yeah, okay, I guess we won't show the satellite imagery in this update, but I will have an update later today, so we don't have much time. But as you can see, yeah, I'll do the model in the next video.